Hello everybody, this is VG Time back again, and as requested is a gameplay video of the Mira deck, and this time I'm going against Core TCG third place finisher Joseph Cambell and his Vegeks deck. So as you can see, he won the die roll. He started off, had a really good mill, hit 2 Kais, and played a Dark Power. Now at this point, I start off with a pretty boo-boo hand, but the first thing that happened was I did not get to get a card because I milled 2 black cards. That was unfortunate, but you know, those things happen, so you kind of have to work it out. So honestly, if I was going to play the Create Android anyway, I should have just played Create Android, drew 2 cards, and put the card in the drop area before I made my play. Made my swing, I mean. So on turn 2 here, he's all set up for his first set of attacks. He has a deck profile on the channel coming soon. I actually recorded it, but I had a little issue with the audio. But you can see his deck is cooking right now. He has Man on a Mission plus the Vegeta, 2 Kais, and the leader. So he's coming at me for 20, and I think he's going to put it up to 25 double strike crit, which he does. And I'm just going to take that. There's no reason to try to combo out of that. You know, hand is important in this game. So he then plays the Goku to try to prevent any negates. He swings with his leader. I'm like, cool beans, take this card. He swings with the Goku. I'm like, again, yeah, man, whatever you want to do. I take that card. Now he's starting to think about it. He asked me about how my awakening condition is. I kind of explain it. But he takes a life. I'm like, cool beans, bro. I'll take this card. Yeah, I think he's putting effort into this. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, he's Majin Buuing it to get the additional mills. And he's warping a card in my drop area. No, he's not warping anything. Because when I told him I could get any card from the warp, he decided not to warp any cards in my drop area. So anyhow, you know, I'm not going to try to get out of that. That's like 30. So we take those. And then 19, I believe he puts, Kai on it to make it 29. Which case, again, that's basically 30. We take those. Yeah, you know, take these cards, get them. So anyway, it might seem strange that I allowed myself to go all the way down to 2, but I knew what I could do this coming turn. So the first thing I do is I swing at the Goku, I believe, mill 2, I draw my card, and I know I have far larger hand size, so I combo and then arrival to Android 13. The Android 13 is gonna deal with at least 2 cards on the board. So it's 15 to 5. He only has 5 cards in hand. So he's obviously gonna let that thing die. So that's exactly what he does. And then I get to swing the Android 13 to the Dark Power for 20. And again, it's the same situation. And then I get to pass a turn, his board gets cleared, and I was able to deal with that really good board of his with just an attack and an arrival. And that's kind of like the power of the deck, and that's especially the power of that Android 13. There's a card in Magic the Gathering, another card game, that is similar to this called the Abyss. Except for the Abyss is universal. The fact this card only works against your opponent and deals with 2 monsters and not just 1 is insane. The only thing that made the Abyss better was simply that the Abyss didn't target. So that would allow you to get around barrier. If he did that, it would be insane. But he doesn't, so don't let anybody tell you that he does. So he makes a Demagra. He gets rid of the guy. He swings for 30, and we're all good. We're gonna just negate. Then we're gonna warp 4 from the drop. After we warped, we're gonna warp a card from our hand, and we're gonna warp the 4 from the drop. That's pretty important because it's gonna set us up for our awakening. So I look at 3, and I remember, it has to be 4 cards. So yeah, it sets us up for Awakening. If he comes in with a lot of pressure, then I have the ability to get a super combo to help me get through that while still maintaining 5 cards in my drop. If he comes in with not a super combo, then without coming in aggressive, I get to hold it off a turn or even Awaken and grab something like Create Android. So he asked me to show him my warp and show him my drop. I show him both. And he goes for the combos. So he throws, I believe, a Champa on this to make it 29. Then he goes, was at 34, 39, 44. So, that would be threatening. I think he has 2 cards left in hand. So I super combo. Then I Awaken my leader, grab the super combo from the warp, super combo. Which again, this is the power of the leader. As well as put 10 more on it. So that brings me up to 45. And I get out of that hairy situation. So right now he's doing a recount to make sure it was only 44. And I show him that it was 45. So I believe it comes back to me. Pardon the interruption. This is my buddy Gerard, who I will be doing a deck profile of his U9 deck. It's actually quite spicy and quite good. So look out for that in the future. But turn 3, as you're gonna see, I'm gonna charge. Okay, never mind. I get to play her. Hopefully, I get to look at the top 3 and get something. Yep, I get max power. The other 2 go to the bottom. And what I should have done right here, right here is fine. Right here is fine. I was explaining to him how I should have done certain things that I didn't do. Get to cut you in on what I'm talking about. Basically, when I made the Android 13 on that offense and I killed off his guy, I should have played the 3rd Frieza that I had in my hand. That 3rd Frieza would have then put crit pressure onto him, which would have made him have to possibly lose cards. So that's neither here nor there. So we make this guy again to put him in a situation, past turn, he had to lose both his battle cards again. And now he's trying to figure out how he's going to get out the tough predicament he's in, because currently he doesn't have Self-Awakening, and he has only like 3 cards in hand. So he puts back 2 of them, he draws 2. But I'm only at 2 life, so that's like the upside, right? So he just has to figure out how to deal 2 damage to me. I have the negate for if he tries to go in hard on a leader card, and I have decent. Yep, here he is with another Demagra. Demagra warps the Android 13 again. So yeah, my hand side makes me confident that I could get through an all-in shotgun attack. So I wasn't that worried right here. He goes 30, I negate. And the screen is bright, but what he's doing is he's trying to keep track of cards in my hand and a life. He's using like a Yu-Gi-Oh type of, or Magic the Gathering type of life calculator, but he's doing it with hand size and life. So that's a good tip for you guys who might want to do that. So he made me warp a card. Because he was tapped out, I wasn't worried about a Champa type of effect. So I negate. I don't sack because my hand has the World Tournament Goku. So I want to give a shot at possibly making the Goku in this turn for 1. So this is where I get stupid. So you're gonna see that, maybe you don't see it, but you should know that in my hand is a max power Kamehameha. All I needed to do was tap one energy and warp the Demagra, pay one more energy, draw some cards like what create Android, and then at that point I could add 2 energy up to help me get through the following turn. But your boy, so that's the difference between somebody like myself who can win some of the time and someone like Joe who wins, you know, most of the time. So when a lot of people call me a good player, I go, well, I'm not consistent, and that's what being a good player really means. It's not being able to make the decisions and beat other good, you know, other players that are considered good. It's the ability to be able to beat the other players that are considered good on a consistent basis. But that's enough about that. So I'm explaining how I don't have an out, even though the out is strictly in my hand, and I'm just being trash. So I make the Goku and I pass, which again, I could have easily had just held off on all that. I had the Tien Shinhan in my hand, but it wasn't really helping me. So this is the last turn, folks. On this turn, he's gonna blow up and cave my face in as I'm sitting there trying to figure out how I'm gonna live through the turn with that 30K on the table instead of me just, again, max powering it away because he was only at 3 energy. So let's see how he does this. I believe he plays like he hard casts like a Trunks 3-drop, takes a life, and starts doing his awakening thing. Oh, first he starts out with that. I believe you would see, yep, another that guy right there. And then I warp something. I don't even know what that is anymore. Probably 110K or something that I can't use anyway. Yeah, here you go. He plays the Trunks. When he makes the Trunks, allows him to take this life, allows him to have a really powerful awakening turn. But unlike, his deck was getting kind of low, so he made sure he counted it so that he knew that he did not want to use the skill on the front side. He instead just straight awakened and used the skill on the back side. To get the cards that he needed to be able to put me away. So that's about it. You can watch the game if you wish. But if you want to play against players such as myself, as well as Joe, Josh, who has also had their profiles up on his channel and plays Thai, my boy Jamel, Gerard, whoever, check out my socials down below, and you'll be able to see a link for the Discord where we play test all the time. So I hope to see you guys there, and this is VG Time signing out.